Thanks for tuning in. We love having you here, and it's our mission to bring you all the latest and greatest tips, skills, and know-how to make you the best that you can be. We know that you have it in you, and we're going to show you how. Now, let's get started.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Seaview Plus. I've really got my chef attire happening today.
Love the hat, Lily.
Thank you,
Looks
thank you very
fantastic.
much. I'm joined by Ms Scarfo, and today we're going to be making some pasties. I'm very excited to try these ones.
So Year 9 students, we have already made this recipe, and because we've got such a high demand of students wanting to make this at home, we're going to demonstrate it today. I'm going to teach Lily because she actually hasn't tried it yet, so let's see how this goes. Now, first thing, Lily, what should we do?
Washing our hands.
Great, excellent. But before hands, what do we need to do though?
Oh, our hair.
Yeah, make sure your hair's up, guys. So, hairs up, tick. Aprons are on, tick. Hands, perfect. So while Lily's washing her hands, I'm just going to really quickly tell you guys what I've already prepared, just to kind of speed up this video a little bit. Lily, how long are you washing your hands for, by the way?
I've been washing them for about 20 seconds.
Okay, yeah. Any songs that you kind of sing in your head while doing it?
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, thanks.
Does everyone know it's Ms Scarfo's birthday today? Happy birthday to you.
Sing it louder!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ms Scarfo. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, hip hip, you hooray. Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I hope you guys are singing at home as well. I'm going to wash my hands too, but I'm not going to sing happy birthday because my voice is not as good as Lily's. I'm just going to be singing it in my head, or maybe another song, maybe like a Beyonce song. What do you reckon?
Oh, Beyonce. Everyone loves Beyonce, right?
The little bit of the...
Love it.
So,
Right.
what I have already done, Lily, is I have already portioned out the meat to 75 grams. I'm just using standard beef mince. I go to my local butcher to get that, but wherever you guys go is perfectly fine.
Cool.
I've also diced half of a zucchini. I've also diced half of a carrot, and I'm actually going to dice a carrot for you guys as well because it's a little bit tricky on how to dice it, and you need to make sure you're dicing it safely. I'm going to demonstrate that too. I'm obviously going to then quickly dice my onion and crush my garlic as well. The only other ingredients that you need, Lily, is of course peas and corn. So the peas and corn, Lily has already measured out half a cup of peas and corn.
Yep.
In total, so that's about a quarter of a cup of peas, quarter of a cup of corn. And the only other thing that we need to do, and I might get you to do this, Lily, I've got an egg here, and we kind of need to crack it into here and give it a little whisk. So while I'm going to demonstrate cutting the carrot, I might get you, Lily, to crack an egg.
Sure.
Are you okay with that?
Sure.
Okay, I'll place it down first, and then I'll swap sides. So, obviously a carrot, I've already peeled my carrot, guys. Remembering peel towards you when you peel, okay? Carrot goes on the flat surface. Now we're using the bridge actions. We need to place our knife comfortably on our carrot, hands over the top, and then it's a straight slice down. Now because I want these to be small dices, I'm actually going to cut my carrot again in half. Whoops, this one's a little bit stuck. So I'm going to cut it again in half, and then using the claw action, I'm going to dice my carrots. Very simple. And then I'm going to add that into my carrot bowl. Okay, after that, my potato. I only need half a potato, so I'm going to again use the bridge action, cut my potato in half. I'm actually going to place half of that away, and the other half I'm actually going to peel into my rubbish bowl. Now, if you want, you can just wash your potato. You don't have to peel it. I generally do like to peel my potato, just in case if there is a little bit of dirt left over. How are you going with the whisking?
Yeah, I reckon it's nearly there.
Now we need to place our potato on a flat surface, and now we need to make slices. So you're very delicately slicing your potato. Now any potato can do, it's completely up to you, whatever you've got at home as well, that's completely fine. So again, nice dices for your potato. So everything is really quite small when we cut it, and that's just to make sure that when we're cooking it doesn't take a long time to cook, because we want really quick and easy recipes.
Yeah.
So we don't want to be in the kitchen for hours on end actually making the products.
What's this like cost-wise, Ms Scarfo?
This is fantastic cost-wise. So if you are looking at something that does not cost a lot of money, but it's still nutritious, because if you have a look at all of our ingredients we're placing into our pasties, you know that we've got green, we've got orange, we've got the white, we've got our meat, we've got our peas and our corn as well. So all of the products in here are extremely good for you to eat. Pastry does not cost a lot of money as well, so it is quite affordable, and you can make a whole lot. So I can give Clayton and Lily some pricing. I can give you guys some pricing to show you exactly for this recipe how much it costs per serve. So we're going to make a total of 8 pasties just with this amount of ingredients, and we'll still have a little bit left over just for a little nibble while our pasties are cooking.
Yum, can't wait for that.
It's going to be delicious. So I've cut the top off my onion. Now I'm going to slice it, and then I'm going to dice it. Now what I'll probably get you to do, Lily, if you don't mind, because you're going to do all of the cooking, I reckon.
Sure.
Could I please get you to turn on the fry pan to a medium-high heat? So we want it to warm up a bit. And then could you please place 1 tablespoon worth of oil into our fry pan?
Sure.
Now to get the garlic skin off, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a wiggle, kind of get it out of its little comfort shell, and then the skin should automatically come off. You need to cut the base of your garlic off, and we're going to crush our garlic. Now I love garlic in my recipes. What about you, Lily?
I do. I am a garlic girl.
Absolutely wonderful. So if you want to add a little bit more garlic, you can definitely add a little bit more garlic. I don't want us teachers to have too much of a smelly breath, so I might just stick with my clove.
Keep it safe.
Yeah, yeah. Unless you got toothpaste and toothbrush.
Didn't pack it today.
Okay, maybe next time. Excellent, so that is ready to go. So, we're ready to start cooking.
Right?
Right, how's that going, Lily?
Yeah, I reckon that's hot enough now.
It's hot?
Yeah.
How come you didn't touch the pan to see if it was ready?
Because I'll burn my hands.
Oh, okay. There. Alright, let's go for it. So, add in onion and garlic first. We want to really get that kind of cooking. When you add the onion and garlic, you want that nice smell happening. So give it a little mix around as well. We'll give that like maybe a couple minutes, I reckon. And then after that we'll add our meat. Now with the meat, make sure that when you are actually using meat, make sure you wash your hands before you touch it or use a glove, and then obviously make sure when you finish using it, you take your glove off or you wash your hands really well, because we don't want anything to cross-contaminate.
Lots of hand washing, particularly now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, hand washing is just always so good.
Yeah.
You know? It's always good to just have in the background, always good to do, especially being in the kitchen. Yum, that smells so good.
It
Just
does, I
onion
can really
garlic.
smell the garlic.
Smells delicious.
Alright, this is browning up now, I reckon, Ms Scarfo.
That looks so good. See how your onions are nice and translucent? So what it means is like your onions are kind of going a little bit see-through. Now you can add the meat.
Cool.
Go for it.
That's straight in the sink.
Straight in the sink, yep, because we don't want to cross-contaminate with anything. Now when you're ready, I always like to add some salt and pepper in with my meat before I add any of my other vegetables in. Okay. So whenever you finish splitting up all that meat and turning it into a nice mince, go for it and add salt and pepper. We like flavour, 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 flavour. Making sure we're social distancing. Potatoes go in.
Lots of stirring in this part.
There is heaps of stirring. Build up those muscles. That's looking good. Now I'm going to place some carrot in. Give that a nice little tap. That looks so good. Now I'm going to place the zucchini in.
So, Ms Scarfo, is there a specific order that I should put the vegetables in?
Well, generally, because you want all of your products to be cooked at the same time and have the same texture, I would generally put my harder vegetables in first. So, like as you saw in the video, I put my potatoes in first.
Yeah.
Then I place the carrot, then the zucchini. We're letting that cook for a couple minutes because obviously our corn and our peas, they don't take long to cook.
Soft already.
Yeah, that's it. Now, when you're ready, I'll get you to place a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce in. Great job. Give that another little mix around. And then I'm going to place my favourite, carrot and peas. Do you like carrot and peas?
I do like carrot and peas.
Love a good carrot and a good pea.
Carrot and peas just go with everything.
They do, they do. At home sometimes if I need to boost up, you know, kind of my greens, I'll usually just add peas. So if it's a risotto, a paella, peas go really well with it.
Easy, and it just seems to be something I always have in my house.
That's so true. Always got a frozen bag of peas and carrot, hey?
Yeah. I reckon this is looking pretty good now.
I reckon so too. Lily, I'm going to get you to try it with a clean spoon. Now the vegetables are a little bit soft, or do they need to be a little bit more softer? A little bit more softer? All right. So that's a good reason to actually try your product, to make sure your vegetables shouldn't be really soft, because we've got to finish them off in the oven, but they shouldn't be hard as if you just literally placed it in. All right, how's that looking, Lily?
Yeah, good. So I've just added a little bit more Worcestershire sauce and some salt and pepper as well.
Nice. And make sure you guys try it, because if it doesn't taste good in the pan, it's not going to taste good in the pastry. All right, let's turn our stovetop off, please. Excellent. Now, make sure you've got something on your bench, because obviously our fry pan is hot. Make sure you've got something on your bench that isn't going to burn it when you place your fry pan down. We obviously, for this demonstration, are social distancing, so Lily's going to do her own, and I'm obviously going to do my own, but we're going to show you still how to actually do the product. So I'm going to grab the fry pan, and I'm going to place it safely into the center. I'm going to have my spoon. Lily has got her spoon and Lily's got her own section as well. All right, are we ready for this?
We are ready for this. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Let's construct our pasty. So, we have got our whisked eggs. We have got an egg brush. Now, I generally take my plastic off just to make it easier for when you're actually obviously putting it all together. Now, the easiest way to do this is fold it in half because we want to get 4 perfect squares. And now, do you see how you got that line there? You need to grab a knife.
Piece, yep.
Yeah, that's it. And delicately cut along that little crease. So I'm going to get you to do that. And then I'm going to do exactly the same. So I'm going to fold it over the other side, make a little crease. And while Lily's folding hers and doing hers, I'm again going to cut it down where that crease is. And now I have got 4 perfectly even squares. I'm going to turn the squares so the point is actually towards my body.
Okay.
Okay, you got that down pat?
Yep.
Excellent. Now I'll get rid of the knife because we don't need the knife anymore. If you're not comfortable using a big knife, just use a smaller knife or even a butter knife. Like, it still works absolutely fine.
Cool.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our spoon. And now this depends really on how much stuffing you want to make sure that you're placing in your pasty. For this, I'm going to grab a couple tablespoons. Now make sure before you do this that your hands are clean. So we have washed our hands. We haven't touched our face. We haven't touched anything that could possibly cross-contaminate. So we're good to go.
We are.
Excellent. So what you want to do is you want to place kind of in a line your ingredients. With your egg brush, dip it in the whisked eggs that Lily did a fantastic job, and you want to just go on the edge, very delicately on the edge. I'll place that there for you. Whoops.
Just on the 2 edges?
Just on the 2 edges, so just on that little corner part there. And now we're actually going to fold it over. Now you may have some of your food products popping out, which is absolutely fine. Just give it a little push back in because we don't want anything coming out. And then with your fingers, you need to delicately push both of your edges together. So we should have now no holes at all on our pastry. How's yours looking?
Probably not as good as yours.
I highly doubt that. Now all we need to do after that, grab our fork and put a cool little design in there. So just do a little imprint.
Get a bit creative.
Get a little bit creative.
So around the whole edges?
All of the edges. And now once that's done, we need to delicately, because obviously our pastry is quite soft. So what I like to do is I like to just push it up a tiny bit, and then naturally it should kind of follow, and then place that onto our baking tray, obviously ready to go.
Look at that.
A+. Look at you go. Look at yours. That looks so good.
They look a bit wonky, but not bad for a first
They look
shot.
amazing. So now what you need to do, Lily, I'll get you to do it first. You need to brush your pastry with a little bit of egg.
Okay.
And then once that is done, we're going to place them into the oven. Great job covering all of that area, which looks so good. Now you're probably going to have a little bit left over. You could easily make another sheet of pasties, which is perfectly fine. For this, I reckon that we are just going to split this in half, and we're just going to have a little snack while these are in the oven cooking. Great job, Lily. Right, let's put these in the oven. Now we have already preheated our oven to 180 degrees. So before you start your prac, it's probably suggested that you do that. But have a look at the recipe that is attached on this link, and it's got all of the ingredients that we've used today. It's got the amount that we've used today and obviously the method as well. How long do we turn that on for, Lily?
20 minutes.
Lily's read the recipe. 20 to 25 minutes generally, but what you want is you want a nice golden look on your actual pastries. Can't wait to see the end product.
Me either. Alright, and we're back. So we've just had these in the oven for how long now, Ms Scarfo?
Well, that took about 25 minutes, and we left it in for another 5 minutes, or about 30 minutes, just so we can get that beautiful golden look. Making sure we're taking them out of the oven with
Oven mitts.
Yep. High five. Right, now what we're going to do, Lily, do you want to take yours off first?
Sure.
We need to place them on the cooling rack. Just otherwise they get a little bit sweaty and then they'll get a little bit soft on the bottom. How good do they look?
They look so yum. I can't wait to get into these.
Now I reckon that we should serve up anywhere between, I would say, Lily, I want you to serve up 2 of your best.
Oh, it's a tough one. They all look pretty good.
They all look really good. 2 of your best. Now,
Alrighty.
do you have tomato sauce or not?
I'm a tomato sauce girl.
Gotta have a good tomato sauce.
Quick poll, tomato sauce or barbecue sauce? Or what? Something else?
Let us know. We're a tomato sauce people. Thanks for that, Lily. You can place your sauce on, Lily, while I'm plating up mine.
There we go. Well, maybe I need to learn some plating skills next session, Ms Scarfo. Yours clearly had some practice there.
Well, what can I say? I am a chef.
Yes, you are. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. Hope you enjoyed our yummy pastry making session. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.